Hello legends, today we're going to be discussing everything that Wuchang Fallen Feathers does right. Now there is a lot that the game does wrong, mainly in the performance department, but if you can make it past all the texture issues, the frame rate issues, and the floaty combat, there is actually a lot to like about Wuchang. And I'm not just saying that because our protagonist is some anime mummy with massive milkers, but I bet some of you greasy gamers out there definitely swiped your credit card instantly just because the protagonist has boobies. Why did I buy Wuchang? Well, I obviously picked it up for the combat like a real gamer. It's not what it looks like, guys. It's not what it looks like. I promise. So Wuchang Fallen Feathers, released by a studio called LenZ. Probably not pronouncing that correctly. Never heard of them, but they are Chinese, and at the moment, Chinese games means good. Now, before we go into everything that Wuchang does right, just remember these are my opinions, and do my opinions matter? Hell fucking no. So don't get your panties in a twist. I'm just some random Aussie on the internet making videos. So what did LenZ and 505 Studios do so right that makes Wuchang feel so good? Alright, let's start off with the shrine system in the game, because the shrine system is fantastic. When you sit at a shrine, it does not reset the progress of the world or the area unless you opt to go into the dream. So that means you can sit down at the shrine, you can upgrade, you can put all the bells and whistles on your weapons without resetting the world, which is absolutely fantastic, which also just rewards you for playing well. If you're playing well and not using heals, you don't have to reset the shrine and go through the same packs of enemies 20 times over. You're also able to progress quests without resetting the world. All you have to do is sit down at the shrine, don't reset it, and it will progress the quest along, which I think is a fantastic quality of life change. Don't think I've really seen this mechanic explored in a lot of Soulslike, not resetting the world when you sit down at the bonfire. So for me, it was a big breath of fresh air. Holy shit, Batman! Someone's finally gone and done it. Wuchang Fallen Feathers has an built transmog system in the menu. This is a really cool feature that I know gamers and a lot of Souls-like veterans have been asking for, and it works even better in Wuchang because now you can have max slash resistance while still keeping those bazookas out. Let's talk about something that actually matters instead of if the protagonist can wear skimpy clothing or not. Level design. Now, the biggest thing in my opinion when it comes to Souls-like, besides the combat and the bosses, is the level design. Is the world fun to traverse through? Is there lots of things to see and do? Well, with Wuchang Fallen Feathers, the devs absolutely knocked it out of the park. The level design in this game is actually something to be studied. I have not been this overwhelmed exploring through a game since Elden Ring, and that really does set the standard. So just to summarize the level design for you without spoiling too much, so you'll get to like a crossroad in the world, you know, you got left, you got right. So you'll go right first just to see what's down there, make sure it's like a side area or a dead end or whatever. So you start running down the right and you're going through some areas and you're like, oh, there's a ladder, oh fuck, I wonder what goes up there. And you keep going, you're like, oh crap, we're actually getting to another area. Okay, well maybe this is the main area. I don't know what was up that ladder, we'll come back there later. So you go down the left way, and you start running, and you start running, and you keep running, it keeps going, and there's like a ladder and another way that you can go, and this goes to another area, and you're like, well, fuck me. There's like 3 ways I can go that way. There's 2 ways I can go that way. Overwhelmed, don't know which way to go. It literally is, it is so overwhelming in a very good way. I love getting lost inside of video games. I know that's not like everyone's favorite thing to do, but I just love exploring every nook and cranny as long as it's not too tedious. Wuchang kind of tiptoes on that line a little bit, but for the most part, the level design is insane. It just literally took me back to like Dark Souls 1 level design where everything's interconnected, but it takes a long time before you do the loop back around. You're like, holy shit, this actually loops back around, but you just went through like 3 different areas. Now, something else that does go hand in hand with level design is, do you get rewarded for exploration? Yes, 1000 times yes, baby. In Wuchang, there is an item around every single corner, even the darkest, greasiest corner in the game. There is probably going to be an item there. You do realize this very early on in like the first biome as you're exploring around. There's this loot everywhere, and it feels so good that you are being rewarded for actually exploring the game that the devs fucking want you to explore. So the devs do deserve some praise in this department because they really do reward you for your exploration, and that always feels so friggin' good when you are being rewarded for your time. Last couple of things before we wrap up the level design section. There is also emotes in the game, but instead of the emotes rotting away in your inventory and collecting dust, the game actually makes good use of them. When you're out exploring the world, you're going to come across these statues or items that are glowing blue. You interact with them, it kind of gives you a flavor text, and there's a bit of flavor text that's highlighted blue, and that is the emote that you need to use to unlock more cool shit. And there's also these birds that are scattered throughout the whole entire game. You kill them, they drop a feather, you can use this feather and it will apply a buff to you. And also there's little like bamboo shoot things that you gotta find, you gotta chase them down, attack them, and that's how you collect them, and these can be used throughout the game as well. And in my opinion, all these things together with the level design really bring that exploration experience together in this game. Like, it is just so good exploring this world and getting so fucking lost. Okay, so I didn't really want to add in a boss section because I haven't actually finished the game yet. I know I'm close and I probably haven't seen all the bosses in the game, so I'm definitely not in a position to make too many comments here. But so far the bosses have actually been pretty good. I feel like they've been above the mark, if there's a mark somewhere. Some bosses are much cooler than others and way more enjoyable to fight, but besides that, they've all been pretty unique, and they've all had really cool movesets, to be fair. And the bosses do offer a fairly decent challenge as well. I wouldn't say they're just like complete pushovers, but I will say some are definitely easier to learn than others. I sort of have some complaints regarding the bosses, but maybe we'll save those opinions for another video. Not to suck the Kool-Aid out of the developer's dick too hard here, but the skill tree is actually pretty good. Inside of Wuchang Fallen Feathers, all of your weapon level upgrades are tied into the skill tree. So if you're using the spear weapon class and you want to use a new spear weapon, you can just throw that bad boy on and it will have all the same weapon level upgrades that your old spear had. Also, let's say you've had enough of long swords and spears and you want to try out the axe weapon category. Well, you can. You're able to respec your skill tree for free at any time from the shrine, and you'll also receive all your upgrade materials back, so you can just upgrade your new axe build instantly, which makes trying new weapons and builds feel like an absolute breeze, and that's definitely something I can get behind. Alright, this might be a hot take, but the combat in Wuchang it's okay. It's fine, I suppose. It is really floaty. Some animations don't make a lot of sense. They're like not polished enough. But the combat's fine. I do like the fact that every weapon has its own unique ability, and you're also able to slot in new abilities that you do unlock on your skill tree. These are called disciplines, or basically just Ashes of War if anyone's familiar with Elden Ring. So each weapon can have up to 2 abilities. One ability is its own unique ability that comes on the weapon by default. I suppose this is just trying to give each weapon its own unique feel and own flavor. And then the second ability can be selected from the disciplines in the skill tree that you unlock. Just remember that, yeah, spear disciplines will not work on longsword. Longsword disciplines will not work on spears, I'm pretty sure. So it does suck that they're not interchangeable. Like, you can't mix and match different disciplines, which would have been really cool, but I suppose it is what it is. So the combat doesn't suck total asshole. It is still really fun. It still flows really well, especially when you start stringing weapon abilities together with spells and combo chains. Like, the combat does stand on its own 2 feet inside of Wuchang, and the developers had some really interesting ideas and synergies. But don't go into this game expecting like a 10 out of 10 combat experience or anything. That's kind of the point I'm trying to make here without going on a bloody tangent for like 20 minutes. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, if you've made it this far into the video, I appreciate the absolute shit out of you. Now, the last thing I think that devs got right inside of Wuchang is the madness system. Now, well, I actually don't want to talk about the madness system itself per se, mainly the NPC that will try and hunt you down when you have this status effect maxed out. So in Wuchang, when you die a lot because you fucking suck, thinks to best. You're going to build up the Madness status effect, which actually buffs your damage, but also increases the damage you take. So pretty much a double-sided sword situation. When you have Max Madness, this NPC of Death will spawn on your pile of souls that you dropped, or in this game it's called Red Mercury. So when you run back to your pile of poop, you better be ready for a fight, boys. Now you're probably thinking, Aussie, that sounds horrible and tedious. Why the hell is this even a positive? Well, it's because you can get the anime demon lady to fight other NPCs for you, and other NPCs will gang up on the anime demon lady like the ending to a Bukake video. And that to me is just so cool because it just adds this another element to combat that just helps keep things fresh. Now I'll be honest, the Madness effect can be a little annoying while taking more damage, but doing more damage and having anime booba lady fight everything for you is definitely a win-win. Okay, I think that basically summarizes everything I've enjoyed so far while playing Wuchang Fallen Feathers. If there is anything I've missed, gentlemen, please let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear it. Now stay tuned for the next video where I might talk about everything that Wuchang Fallen Feathers got wrong, because oh boy, is there going to be a little bit to go over. Even though I've been glazing the fuck out of this game all video, it's not a perfect game by any means necessary. It is far from it. So if you are looking to pick up this game, keep that in mind. If you're really into Soulslike, if you're really into booba ladies, you're probably going to enjoy this game, but just keep in mind it's not perfect. This game is free on PC and Xbox Game Pass, so if you've got the Game Pass subscription already and you want to try this game out without risking your fucking hard-earned ka-ching, get it on Game Pass, and you probably won't be disappointed. You'll probably play through the whole game because you got it for free. So, but appreciate all love and support as always, and until next time, stay safe. Peace out.